So hey guys, this is my report for May 18th. Fishing's been really good everywhere. Halibut fishing in the bay has been just crazy off the hook. They're catching a lot of stripers out there too. The bait over in the San Francisco, the wharf, the bait station's open. And I think they close on weekdays at 9 and then weekends they close at 10. But live bait is available. Go get that live bait, put it on a 3-way swivel, and you're gonna probably need anywhere from 6 to 12 ounces of weight. And I would run like maybe an 18 to 20 inch drop on the weight and probably a 4 to 6 foot leader, and drag it on the bottom. And you know, they're catching a lot of stripers too. A lot of the party boats are getting limits of striper and halibut, so the bay has been really good. Sturgeon fishing, it's been still pretty good, but a lot of people are going after other things because they've been catching them for so long already, but they're still catching them. Gate Casher, I've been watching, and he's been putting a lot of fish in the boat for his clients. I know guys at the shop are going up to Knight's Landing, and they're catching a lot of oversized fish because those are the ones that are spawners. So if you go up there, you're not supposed to take them out of the water. Take a picture and let them go. So other fishing around, the stripers are thick in the system from Rio Vista all the way to Calusa and Grimes. The females are starting to show up there. The guy gave me a call and wanted me to come up, so I might be going up there in the next week. They said the big fish are up there now, so and I know guys that are catching them in Liberty. I caught them in Liberty. Guys are catching them on the West Bank. So pretty much the stripers are all over in the system. I think what's got them kind of messed up is the amount of water that's being released out of our dams because of, you know, it's so much snowpack. And when this hot weather comes around, they have to dump it. So the river, one week I'll look, it looks like it's getting very fishable. And then a couple days later, it's starting to look like it got a little mud look to it. So they're keep dumping water out of those dams, but the stripers will keep moving up. They just don't get into that spawning mode yet because the water's too cold. Other things, shad, they're starting to show up, but you know, the water has to be a decent clarity. So I would go to the confluence of the American or the Feather. That would be the best place. And if you're gonna fish off the shore, they're using shad darts rather than the grubs. And then the guys on the boats are using the grubs. And they're using a drop shot system, so they put the weight on the bottom, go up a foot, 10-inch leader, and chartreuse seems to be the best color. But they run two jigs, and they run like a 1/32 ounce jig head on a 10-inch leader off your main line, and then drop it on the bottom. And you'll use anywhere from 3 to 5 ounces to get you to hold. And you could just drop it out the back, because when you get on that lane where the shad are, you know, it's pretty much a no-brainer. You'll catch them left and right. I did a video last year. I mean, it's probably still available. You could watch it, but we're going to be doing one here pretty shortly. Other things going on, I'll give you a little idea what I did this week. Monday, I went down to, I fished Berryessa the other day, and I got a video coming out on this Monday, and I just killed the bass. I mean, I went up there intentions for looking for salmon, crappie, and bass, but I found the bass. There's a different ways of, you know, that I go about looking for different species of fish, and I found the bass. It was crazy. It was off the hook, caught a ton of bass, and I had video of, you could see the schools of 3, 4, 5 bass, and these bass are like 3 to 4 pounds in schools, and actually hit my bait. I had one time where I cast it and I had 3 or 4 hits on one cast, and you could see them, and we got it all on video. So don't miss it. That's coming up on this Monday. But other things, Don Paganelli, he's been up at Folsom. He's been killing them up there. I think every lake should be really good right now because this is pre-spawn, and then you're going to start getting into post-spawn here in another couple weeks or so. But they feed heavily And as the lakes where the water rises, they seem to do better, and they'll move up as the water rises, and they just feed more. So the bass fishing is really good. You could probably go to any lakes and catch them. Trout fishing, Comanche's been still good. Nate's been still killing them there. He had to go deeper. I heard he went down to 30 to 50 feet, but he's been catching. He caught 2 this week, 2 last week that were 8 to 10 pounds. So there's a lot of big fish in there still to be caught, but you're gonna need downriggers. New Melones, red hat for kokanee. They're getting them from 14 to 17 inches. So that's another lake that's really good for kokanee. I went up to Bullards. I snuck up there the other day, and we probably got there around 7, and by 11 o'clock we probably hooked over 60 fish, 3 of us. So we left there with a limit. The kokanee are getting bigger, so they're around 8 to 12 inches, and healthy looking. They're bright red inside. The meat looks really good, and we caught most of them on pink and orange, hoochies, apex, and we were dragging them probably in the morning 35, and then in the afternoon I was going down as deep as 70. And we were catching them pretty much most of the day. And another thing is, I installed a live target 2 on a friend's boat that we took up there, and I'm running the 1 system in my boat, but we ran the 2 and it's really clear. And I could see the schools. You know, I would turn the motor and scan, and you would see the fish swimming out in the middle of nowhere because I set it with the depth, and you could see them. And you just scan, you just go over toward them, and it's like a no-brainer. I mean, that thing is a pretty important tool for me. You know, I've been using it for 1.5 years now, and I've done some videos, so you know, you could look back and see some of them. Other things going on, like I said, kokanee, New Melones, Muller's Bar. My cousin was up at Donner and caught them at Donner. They were a little bit on the smaller side, but she had some good days up there. And I can't wait to Stampede to open, because that's where I'm headed next. So other things going on, basically bass fishing has been really good. I've been still hitting the Delta, and you know, it's like 20-pound bag limits seem like it's working out pretty simple for me, and I'm still flipping them, and a lot of these fish are still not spawned. You'll see some of the tails are starting to look like they're fanning, but most of them haven't spawned yet. And they'll do it in waves. You know, they don't all spawn at the same time. And as I said, sturgeon, I know, you know, it's out there by Martinez, Gatecrasher. Like I said, if you want to go catch him, give him a call, because he's been on them pretty good. Jay Lopes, he's been in the bay catching halibut. There's just you know, fishing right now has just been pretty wide open. So if you're out in your car Saturday morning, you're headed out fishing, and you're in your truck, and it's 6:30 in the morning, tune on to AM dial 1140 on California Sportsman. I'm on there every Saturday at around 6:30, 6:35. We talk about, you know, what's going on. So if I hear anything different than I'm telling you right now, I'll mention it. And then on the first Saturday of the month, I'm actually in the studio, so I talk with everybody. So remember, 1140 on the AM dial. So other than that, fishing's really good, like I said, and as we get this warm weather like right now, you could basically go anywhere, catch anything. So watch my videos, and you'll see, you know, you could go, I did one on bait fishing for stripers, which you could still do in the river and catch them. And maybe don't forget, look at that one this coming Monday, because it was a blast. Had a ball. So if you like this video, please hit the like, and then hit the subscribe, because it'll help the channel out a lot. And then if you leave me a comment, I'll get back to you in 2 or 3 days. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.